Hey everybody, I'm the Command Geek, and as you can see behind me, I have started a brand new world, and that is because I'm going to be trying to make AI in Minecraft. So this is obviously going to be AI at a very simple level, but hopefully it will still work, and in this AI I'm going to be making like a maze, and the AI will have to try and solve the maze. So here I made a really simple maze. I am actually going to do this with command blocks because, the first part of my name is Command Geek. I'll also be doing this in 1.11.2 just because the commands in the newer versions are just kind of broken. So let's get started. First of all, we should be making our entities that will be maneuvering this maze. So I have here the first player, and hopefully this command should work if we power it. Okay, so we've got player 1, and I'm going to be using sheep just so we can make it different colors. So we should actually probably make a command to kill all of them for now. We should also probably get rid of loot. Perfect. So now we should be able to spawn it and kill it. And now if we just take that, now we should get 2 sheep. So now I've just got to repeat this 5 times and we'll have 5 different players. So I just finished that. So if we press this, we should get a bunch of different sheep. That's strange. I feel like I only see 2 of them. I realized we need to actually make these all just always active. Great. So now if we do it, okay, great. Now we have 5 players, hopefully. Perfect. Now we should make their movements because they're going to have to navigate through this maze. So my idea is that we'll have different types of blocks, I guess, different colors of blocks, and it will randomly place a sequence of maybe 5 blocks, and those will all be for different movements, so it'll basically just generate random movements. So I'll try and do that, and then we'll work from there. So I'm making progress. As you can see, I've got these 5 armor stands, which are like the AIs for the different players. The way it works is I have this dispenser with random shulker boxes, and it basically, dispenser will shoot out any random block. So if I press this button, you'll see that it gets teleported up, places a dispenser, it clones this dispenser, and the dispenser will place a random colored shulker box. So that's how it gets random shulker boxes. So if I press it again, you can see there that it just does random shulker boxes. So if we do that 5 times, you can see that we get completely random colors, which will all symbolize different movements. And the way this works is pretty simple. First of all, this one just teleports all 5 of them up 1 block. This one clones this dispenser. Then this one places the redstone blocks, it powers them. And this one gets rid of the redstone block and the dispenser. And then to put the armor stands back, I've got this reset thing and this reset for the shulker boxes. So I've made a lot more progress. So now you can see there's 2 sets of armor stands, and the ones on the left are responsible for the movements. Also, I made this pulse system, so it'll pulse 9 times. So I'll quickly demonstrate here. Let's summon in our players. Then if I press this button, the pulsing will go on, and it'll start placing random shulker boxes. So once it does that, then we can go onto this system, which basically checks which shulker box is there, and it moves it in that direction. So here I have like white goes that way, silver goes that way, and so on. So here I have just it moves it 1 up, then it tests for white boxes, then silver boxes, gray boxes, and then black boxes, and each of them are programmed to teleport a certain player. So I'll quickly demonstrate the movements. If I press this, then the pulsing starts happening, and you'll see that they randomly start moving about. So you see now they're in completely random locations, and this is a start because now they do random stuff, but we need them to obviously learn to go this way to the end. So I made these blocks here that basically will teleport all the sheep that step on the borders out of here. We haven't even gone all the way through, and they all got teleported. So yeah, I don't know. I've got to make a circuit that basically makes them learn not to go there. I don't know. This is really confusing. It is already the next day, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, and I think I found a way for it to like record the steps it's them. So first of all, as you can see here, I've made these like checkpoint things, and the way it's gonna work is they're all gonna attempt to move about, and if one of them gets onto the checkpoint, it will automatically stop everything that's going on, save what it's just done, and then they'll all do that, and then they'll basically just do random stuff until they get to the second checkpoint and save that. And then once it steps over this one will like become this color, so it's like deactivated. To do that, I'm actually going to be using scoreboards. Basically, I'm going to make an objective called just MAI, move AI, and it's going to be a dummy one, so it won't be affected by anything. Then I'll also set the display to the side so I can see everything that's going on. So I just set up the scoreboards and all that stuff, so you see on the side the 10 entities, and if they're set to 0, that means they're not next to the block. As you can see here, if I place it, then one of them has the value of 1. After a lot of work, I finally made some progress. So I have this giant block here, and that's responsible for detecting if they step on the green block. And then I also have this addition here, which I'll demonstrate quickly. Click play. And if one of them at least makes it, so those all died, only one has to make it. Okay, if they all die, then it will clear everything because none of that worked. So now let's restart. So let's see. So you see, if one makes it, it clears everything and it saves that sequence. So now all of them will have that sequence. So it saves it, and before, if they all failed, it would delete everything. But now if we reset, I only did this with the first one, but it will actually move over one and then start again. Guys, it's been another day, and I'm still working on this, but I'm making lots of progress. Let me try and explain what happens now. So first we press this button that I linked up to everything just to summon or reset all the players. Then what happens is we press this button here to generate the random movement sequences. Once it generates another one, we make it move again. And here you go, player 1 made it. So now, as you can see, it actually clones everything here because that worked. So now all of them will be doing that. These glass blocks just are empty because all the ones above it are not important. It just matters what works. So that worked. So now we can reset the players. But when we reset the armor stands, it will actually go back a block, and when you generate the movements, it will start generating on a new layer. It starts a new line of movements, you make it move, and first it will go through the first sets of movements that worked. And you can see that all of them did the exact same movements. And then it will go to the next layer and do random movements again, hoping that one of them will survive. So I think I just managed to pull it off. So here we have an activated checkpoint, and I just generated some random movements. And if one of them makes it on, perfect. So it actually deactivates the checkpoint. So now if we generate a new one quickly here, it should just go right on top of it without noticing it. Yes, perfect. So that's all working. So now all I have to do is make it automatic, and then I guess I'm done. After everything was automated, I set up a time lapse of the sheep making their way through the maze. And if you're wondering why it looks so laggy, it's just because the sheep move in these blocks of movements because of the way the armor stands record different blocks. But it made it to the end finally, a little bit over an hour, and that makes me really happy. So there you have it, guys. It made it to the end. Wow, that took like over an hour, or a little bit over an hour for it to complete. But the point is it did it, and here you can see all the saved commands and everything. Yeah, this definitely was not the way to go. I definitely should have started off a different way, but I learned a lot from it, and next time if I ever revisit the idea of AI, I definitely will know what not to do. So this, I guess, is not technically AI, it's more like machine learning. So yeah, it's not really AI, but it's almost there. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, and share this video with your friends.